most banned for TNC is actually Fanny, surprisingly. We'll see if that's going to happen here as we go into game number 1's draft. And again, TNC on the blue side this time around. We'll see if they try to go for anything, any of the powerful first picks like high loss, like we mentioned. Yeah. But it looks like it's going to be an Edith here for TNC.
Oh yeah, great. The best hero right now, statistically, in the meta. So they actually decide to ban out the high loss. They're willing to give the Roger and the Harith. And fun fact about Falcon's AP brand, if they first pick the Roger, if they pick the Roger early, more often than not, that actually will end up in the hands of Kyle TZ. Because we often bring up the idea of, oh, Roger's flex. But for Falcon's AP brand, it's usually a tell that, oh, that's going into the gold lane.
Funnily enough, in the earlier...
Oh, excuse me, it's going to the jungle.
Jungle, right. Yeah. Funnily enough, I was going to say, earlier throughout the debut of these Assassin Junglers, Super Marco has been the one who has been picking up that Roger. So I wonder if that's going to be the case here. Looks like Super Marco going to go over to the Moskov this time around. Terizla, powerful XP pick all around.
Yeah, and you take out one of the usual pickups for heads. I believe this EXP lane... I don't know, Edith can still be flexed into the roam for Escalera. We still need to see the matchup there for Falcon's AP brand. TNC Pro Team doesn't need to worry about the Hanabi anymore. And them picking up the Moskov makes them think twice about picking up the Roger. Maybe they might lean a little bit more towards... If they want to take away a Kyle TZ hero, they'll go Roger. But the thing is, the Nolan or the Hayabusa will still be open. But they decide to take the Hayabusa and they go for the Harith instead.
All right. Very, very spicy picks here for TNC Pro Team. It does feel like this Edith can go either way. I love me some Edith on the mid. Work around with the Hayabusa, invade a lot, maximize the tankiness of the Edith, and invade the enemy jungle.
I like this Julian third pick here. So we're going to go into the second phase with no clear idea of the roamer for Falcon's AP brand. And they're deciding to respect the roamers of Escalera. They take away the Cho, one of the most picked for TNC Pro Team. And when they won that only game that they won so far against Aurora, it was with the Cho. So if they want to go pick off, they'll still have it, but we still don't see their mid laner. I wouldn't mind something along the lines of a Vixana for TNC Pro Team's Lancy.
Whoa, wait a second. Kozen is first in gold share among all gold laners?
Yeah.
I wonder where that came from.
Yeah, that's them. So the gold share stat is how much of that person has the gold in the team.
Compared to the rest of the team.
Compared to the rest of the team. So expect that Koz is going to be the most farmed up guy. So long story short, in TNC Pro Team.
It feels like TNC is like doing a bit more like something like the funnel strat that we saw like a few seasons back. Right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Where he's getting almost every single bit of gold. Less to the jungler of TNC, I would say.
I wouldn't say it's funnel, but more of they also just want to make sure that the gold laner has gold. Because the old funnel strat, remember, it really was just like, okay, we'll focus it on the guy jungling.
The only one.
The only one.
Getting the gold.
Where it's like this one, it's like, all right, it's a party. It's a little bit more democratic with our money, where we split it up.
There you go.
Oh, so Falcon's AP brand, they take out the Vixana that we thought TNC Pro Team would be good for. And yeah, they do take out the Jawhead from Ogwyn, but they're willing to... Excuse me, the Grok is still available for them, yeah.
Yeah, 100% Grok, I would say, here for the pick for Ogwyn. I don't know if they need to pick it up right now, but I feel like because of the flexibility of Edith, they might have to. Minotaur can kind of work here as well, maybe.
I agree.
But will we see a Lolita somewhere here? Probably not, since there's no Hanabi.
Yeah, we don't see the good sign for Lolita.
There's a Faramis.
Okay, they go Faramis for
like
a few. Valentina's still open for Lancy if he wants to go a little bit more up close. But the thing is, up against a Terizla and the Moskov, and you mentioned the Minotaur is still open. TNC might think twice, because yes, they'll be able to steal away the ultimate of the Minotaur, but the Valentina will always be at risk of getting knocked up by the Minotaur with how close range she is.
Ooh, you don't want to get that, right? So obviously, if you play Valentina, you got to play up close and personal, but you also get the advantage of getting a Nether Realm for your team. So maybe that's something that is weighing on the minds of TNC right now. Then again, who are they going to pick? Escalera has also some history on the Grok.
Yeah, they need something that can invade and maybe give info. If not that, maybe Aurora for the mid, but yeah, it's the Valentina, because the Faramis that he's up with.
And Arlo.
Wait, but we still don't know who's going where.
Oh, good point. Probably Probably Arlo roam, but Arlo can also kind of go on the XP lane. Either way, it's very flexible for TNC. We'll find out later once we load up into the game or once they swap it out. But it does feel like Escalera's feeling it a little bit. And now for the roam picks for AP Bren. Yeah, Grok's looking pretty good.
I agree with you though. I kind of like the Minotaur here. But Grok up against Ahaya, you can go in, get a little bit more info. But the pokes, if it's gonna be... Okay, no, it's Lolita. Huh, they decided to go for that instead.
I really thought they wouldn't.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So even without the Hanabi, obviously Lolita is your go-to seller right now. And protection is... Oh my goodness, they're overwhelming with protection with the Netherrealm and the Guardian's Reflection.
Yeah, you're right, dude. They... Numenon Energy Core, Guardian's Reflection, a lot of defensive utilities for Falcon's AP Bren. And this feels like it's a little bit more of a response for the Edith. Yeah, it also blocks, the Guardian's Reflection will also block the enhanced basic attacks of the Harith, but that's not his main moneymaker for damage.
Right, so we'll see. Falcon's AP Bren does feel like they are cooking right now.
They are,
Let's
dude, they
see
are.
what they're going to pull off here. And again, it's TNC's, rise or just the Titans going to take over. We'll have to find out. Throw it over to Leo and Jose.
Jumping into the first matchup of Week 4, it's TNC Pro Team versus
Welcome
Falcons
to
AP
Mobile
Bren.
Legends.
The winless TNC facing off against the Titans of MLBB, Falcons AP Bren.
Woo!
Ingan, how you feeling? Do you like TNC's draft?
For me, I like it because Kaizen's Hayabusa. Again, the moment that they beat Aurora was a snowball coming in from Kaizen with the Hayabusa. So if TNC controls the early to the mid game, I think this could go. This could be a fast game for TNC.
I'm a little worried about that last pick, Valentina, but look at this, they're making it work. They're giving Few and Ogwin quite the headache, forcing Ogwin to pull out the Revitalize early on.
The concept here is just to get the Netherrealm for your team, and whoever casts the Netherrealm first, for sure, will lose during the skirmishes.
All right, let's talk about the XP lane matchup. You got Heads going up against Flap TZ, the Terizla versus the Arlo. Oh, wait! Oh, what?
Oh, first blood! Escalera will fall down on the hands of Falcons AP Bren. That was an unexpected pickoff. Very aggressive rotation for Falcons.
Yeah, no, I don't think even TNC knew that Falcons were going that way. Again, fast hands and faster thoughts from Falcons AP Bren, even faster communications. I'm not even sure if words came out to say that we're rotating this way.
And now they're rotating onto the top lane up against Kozen. And looking at the gold lane matchup, you'd expect Kozen to dominate, but with the fast rotations coming in from Falcons AP Bren, I think it's going to be a really hard game from Kozen.
Not to mention the easier to activate automatic bonk from Ogwin. I think that's one of the main things you buy for yourself when you pick up Lolita. More than Edith, because again, Edith does have the damage output.
Yeah.
She does have the easier to pull off combo, because again, it's so much CC for just your first and second skill.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Lolita, you just find Kaizen, you just find Kozen, and you force something.
Yeah, especially if you have Blast of the Oasis Blood. Wait, first turtle up for grabs. Two teams from TNC are here against 4 members of Falcons AP Bren. Kyle TZ working on the turtle. He'll secure it, but Ogwen wants to go for a kill here. Escalera has to back away.
See, Jose, that's what I'm talking about. 'Cause again, the Lolita just stood there, forcing Escalera to make a move. Like, I dare you, pull the 1-2, I dare you.
Luckily, Escalera wasn't level 4 yet, so the Primal Wrath is not there. And now Falcons AP Bren early lead, a 1.2k gold lead. Once they keep rotating onto not even rotate to Super Marco. Once Super Marco joins in the fight with the Spear of Destruction, oh, it could go and end fast early for Falcons AP Bren.
That's right. Oh, look at this. The suplex on Ogwin, dashing out. See, there's a dash.
The dash.
There's a dash.
For me, I think a Phobius would be a good pick here for TNC because of considering the dashes as well as the mobility coming in from Falcons AP Bren. But again, still with Lancy's Valentina, in terms of the skirmishes, once Kozen is activated and you have the Netherrealm, I think TNC has a chance.
I think that is what they're looking forward to. But this is very un-Phoenix-like, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
In the first 3 weeks of MPL Philippines, one of the main strengths of the Phoenix Army is the early game.
The early game.
They usually win first turtle and then they just rotate from there. Oh! Escalera! Come in!
No, someone is hiding there, but Few and Owen will escape. Kaysen goes out, but Lancy popped the Netherrealm as well as Few. Now Clash pursuing it. Owen, look at that! Luminum Blast connecting, but there is also a counterattack coming in from Heads. And now one
Bang!
member is falling down. Flap Easy, what an extended clash! And it will favor the Falcons as Heads will fall down as well. A 2-for-none trade, and the clash will end. Wow!
I call that a DPZ, a delayed penalty zone.
A delayed penalty
It was
zone.
not at all the penalty zone we wanted, but it was the penalty zone they needed. Check it out once more. The Infinix instant replay. Here comes Flap TZ coming in from the flank. I'm gonna save you guys. And he gets 4. Was that 4?
I must say two. I think 3. Yeah, 3, because Kaizen was able to go away with the shadow.
Yeah, he did. Regardless of however the number was, how big that is, the fact that you zone out TNC, you disperse him. Oh, wait, here we go. One more time.
Oh, want a revenge onto Flap TZ here, but he's gonna survive. One more hit. The Shuriken's not gonna be enough to bring down Flap. And now Kyle will secure an uncontested turtle away from TNC.
Oh, no. Now he's looking for 1. Goes in.
Oh no, Kyle TZ in the mix of everything here. Oh, he's still able to sustain the damage. Luckily, Ogun was there with the Bulwark Shield. And now turn things around for Falcons AP Brent. And I love what Kyle TZ actually did there. He didn't use the Retribution onto the turtle.
He did.
Once he secured it, no, he used it against, I believe it was Lancy or Escalera.
He slowed him down?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So he did it in between the sword.
Yeah, after getting the turtle, that's when he used the...
He retreated and slowed him.
Yeah.
Wow, it looked like one fluid motion for me, but amazing work. Again, it's those little decisions that FCAP have done that barreled them forward. 4,000 gold ahead, 5 minutes in. It's not like they're even looking for fights, Hingan.
The confidence.
They just walk into them.
They're just working. Basically, it's another day's work. Going into the office, want to end things early, but of course, they're still having fun for sure. I can see them beside me right now. Everyone's smiling.
And I wish I could say the same for TNC. Right now, player cams inbound. You'll see that they're very focused. They're trying to get out of this mid-game rut. Because again, being down 4,000, it's not a good look. It doesn't feel right, especially since the last turtle is almost here, about 45 seconds in. Luckily, TNC can count their blessings. At least they still have their tier 1s in mid and in down bottom. And they can rely on Heads. Heads can actually just hold a lane.
Yeah. Heads and Lancy. Especially Lancy keeps getting the nether run, but the problem is the lineup entails TNC to have a successful early game.
Yes.
Even their playstyle, as you mentioned, for week 1 to week 3, they always need to dominate the early game.
They have to have initiative. They have to be the ones calling the shots, picking fights. And you saw them try. That whole sequence about 2.5 minutes ago where it was ruined by Flap T's delayed penalty zone. Like, that was a good approach. Maybe try that again in 2 or 3 minutes, or maybe even feint it for this next turtle.
Yeah, bait the turtle, especially with Escalera setup a while ago in the mid bush. The flicker in Earth Shatter combination. If they continue to have setups like that, they can easily turn things around.
You can try that every 2 minutes or so. All right, final turtle up already. FCAP's gonna blitz it.
Kaizen?
Ooh, all right.
He's got a taste on Super Marco there, but
He
Super
did!
Marco went back with the Spear of Destruction but got outplayed by Kaizen.
Didn't miscalculation by Marco.
That was a major swing for TNC, especially given kill to Kaizen.
That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
I wonder what the call was, and they eventually do get that tower down bottom, but I don't think Falcons AP needed that.
Yeah, plus, look at Kaizen right now, working on the top lane, so it's an even trade in terms of turtles. Well, I can't believe Kaizen was able to outplay Super Marco.
I think it was more of, well, we didn't see it much. We only saw the tail end of it, but it was more of Marco pressing the SOD when it didn't need to.
Yeah.
That's what I reckon. Again, I don't know, folks, if you saw anything different, but he definitely hit the ult even when he didn't need to. Now this does equalize a little bit. Shrank the gold lead by maybe, well, stopped the bleeding, slowed it down, definitely kept it down about 3. Still, though, look at how well Falcons AP Brand recover.
Okay, recovering right now. 5-man rotation into the middle lane. A lot of flickers available, especially for Heads and Flap TZ. It's a matter of who can set up first. The Pew comes in. Look at those bursters. Escalera with a conceal. Is he going to make a pick off here?
Ooh. There's not enough in the bush for him. Like, that's Few and Flap. Few has a Purify.
Not worth it, though.
Not worth it. Not at all. Kyle TZ committing Grand Theft Orange. That's a star for the young Kyle Saison.
And goes right after Kaizen. Kaizen has to use his Zaman Force. It's 1v1 between Kyle and K.
Whoa!
Kaizen. Oh, he's going to outplay Kaizen there. But look at that. was able to get the kill. And now here comes the reinforcements coming in from Falcon's AP Brent, but Escalera with Earth Shatter combination, Fuel with the save. NetherRealm in, but Lancy has his own NetherRealm. Phoenix Army rising from the ashes as they take 3. TNC's momentum slowly going back.
FCAP is definitely looking for their cap, man. They were limit testing. There's no reason for them to take a 3v5, but they did. And they did. Oh, and now it's going to lead to free Lord for TNC. What a mid-game swing. And look at this, the Lord. Can FCAP do anything about it?
Okay, Zen might secure the Lord here. Oh, but Ogwin steals it!
Ogwin!
Master Ogwin! Now TNC has to fight back. They're outnumbered. But Super Marco, Kzen evades the Spear of Destruction. But with the Numenum Blast from Ogwin.
That was a full charge Numenum Blast.
I'm not sure if Kzen used the Retribution, but man, oh man, Ogwin.
He did. Look at that on cooldown. Now he did.
And just like that, the mid-game.
It's as if the blunder didn't happen.
Unbothered.
I call it falling with style.
Yeah.
They literally tripped and went into a yoga pose.
I call it unbothered.
What
Really
was
unbothered.
that?
They don't care.
I mean, to be fair, the only people who really dropped the ball here was the 3 down bottom.
Yeah.
And Marco against
Basically
against
4. And Ogwin was the one who saved
just
them.
comes up and, you know what, let me just clean up on aisle 4.
Basically, Ogwin's cleaning up their mistakes.
And it was more than worth it. Again, a single Numenon Blast against 4 members of TNC. Come on.
Whew. Man, that's heartbreaking for TNC. The moment you find an opening.
Tell me you can replicate that in your next RG.
No, you can't.
You can.
You can't. And the only moments you actually pick up the Lolita is when you have the Hanabi. So
For
you
sure.
really won't replicate it.
Oh my god. Add this up to Ogwin's Florin, to Ogwin's Minotaur, to Ogwin's...
Wait, I'm actually not sure, but looking at the third item of Ogwin, it's actually Blood Wings.
Oh yeah, no, this is as per usual.
I don't do that because I only do a Flask of the Oasis, then Dominance.
And then just full defense,
then
right?
full defense.
Yeah, no, this is the equivalent of Ogwin building magic items on his Minotaur. Like he knows that they're so far ahead that he just needs to build shields and then just affect the game. So this is a stroke of genius from Rogan Onigo, the roamer from Falcon's AP Brand. About 5,000 gold ahead now. 11 minutes in. Oh, here we go.
Escalera finds few, but the problem is Ghostbusters is there. Escalera goes in, getting pinned down here, and Flap Teasy! 4-man penalty zone. Super Marco trying to finish them off, but Lancy clutched at the realm here. TNC expended their resources. Falcon's AP Bren got Escalera in exchange.
Amazing work by Lancy. Do note this young man has been always on point.
Yeah.
Picking up the NetherRealm anytime he can. I don't think there's ever a second since he hit level 4 that he did not have his hands on the NetherRealm.
Always ready. Lancy always ready. And again, TNC can actually turn things around. In terms of the NetherRealm, okay, they can actually rely on that for extended team fights. But Escalera heads, they really need to get a catch. Either a Super Marco or Kyle TZ. It's hard to catch Kyle TZ, but on the other hand, your Kzen goes in with a Wiki Shadow kill on the few. They're just juggling the damage coming in from the Hayabusa. Now, Falcon's AP Bren has an opening for the Lord. I think TNC, they won't contest anymore because that's a 6.4k gold lead coming in from the Titans.
And now they get their hands on a Lord that is 100% theirs. Very difficult to think of a situation where TNC would want to try to contest, being down 7,000 gold. Again, I think the doctor would prescribe just take it in the base.
Yeah, take it in the base. One defense at a time, one Lord at a time, and make sure to watch out for Flap TZ. But the problem is in 36 seconds, Flap, his flicker is going to be available once again. And so far, the flicker final slash from Flap TZ is always connecting onto 3 or onto 4.
You mean penalty zone?
Penalty zone, sorry. Penalty zone.
Yep, here we go. Super Marco, the gold winner. He holds the record for the all-time highest average GPM across 100 games played. Amazing to think that this young man debuted in season 9? Season 9. It was Kyle and
They had a
Ogwin.
10-man lineup before.
Yeah, it was Kyle and Ogwin who was in season 10.
Oh, but Lord marching in the bottom lane here.
Amazing.
They're gonna get an inhibitor turret working on the middle lane. Escalera pops his Primal Rat just to defend. But look at that, Oakland catches him off guard. Penalty zone coming in from Flap
Numinum Blast!
And Numinum Blast connecting onto 4. They have to use the Nether Realm just to attack, but Kozen with Examine Force. Falcons AP friend still standing tall with 5 members, but Kozen here dishing out the damage he needs to bring down Falcons. Lord still alive. Final slash coming in from Heads, but it's not going to be enough because the Falcons are still on top.
1-0 by Falcons AP Bren. It's a moment of shining glory for TNC, but really they were in just a bit, we'll throw it over to the